Saint Clare of Assisi. A woman of noble birth who chose a life of humble devotion over wealth and privilege. Today, we delve into her extraordinary journey from a life of luxury to becoming an inspiring beacon of unwavering faith. Born into a wealthy family in Assisi, Italy, in 1194, Clare was accustomed to opulence from a young age. But amid the grandeur of her surroundings, she felt an inexplicable emptiness. A yearning for something more, something profound and deeply fulfilling. The words of Saint Francis of Assisi stirred Clare's spirit. His message of humility, poverty, and piety resonated deeply within her. Inspired by his example, she realized that her heart, too, was calling her towards a life dedicated to spiritual devotion. As Saint Francis's words echoed in her mind, Clare found herself at a crossroads. Her life of privilege on one hand and the path of spiritual enlightenment on the other. It was a decision that was about to change her life and countless others in the most remarkable way. Her determination led her to an extraordinary decision. On Palm Sunday of 1212, Clare cast aside her life of comfort and luxury. Choosing a simple, humble habit over her lavish garments, she pledged herself to a life of spirituality and service. Clare's transformation had a profound impact on those around her. She founded the Order of Poor Ladies, later known as the Poor Clares. Her order was a sisterhood dedicated to a life of prayer, humility, and service, touching countless people through acts of unconditional love and faith. Clare wasn't just a follower of faith, she was a trailblazer. She crafted a monastic rule, a guide for her order that embodied her ideals of humility, poverty, and devotion. Clare's life was not without trials. An invading army threatened Assisi in 1241. At this critical juncture, Clare fearlessly held up a monstrance containing the Eucharist and prayed fervently. Legend tells us that her prayer caused a great light to emanate from the monstrance, sending the invaders into retreat. Clare struggled with declining health for many years. But adversity could not dim her spirit. She continued to guide her fellow sisters, her room becoming a place of learning and inspiration. Her fortitude during her illness showcased her extraordinary resilience and unwavering faith. Despite being bedridden during her later years, Clare's faith remained resolute. Once, when too ill to attend Mass, she miraculously saw and heard it on the wall of her room. This divine event would later designate her as the patron saint of television. On August 11, 1253, Clare peacefully passed away. Such was her impact that merely 2 years after her death, Pope Alexander IV canonized her, marking a notably swift recognition of her sainthood in the annals of the Church. Her story compels us to question, can we too find the courage to forsake transient luxuries for lasting spiritual wealth? Can we too trade our silken gowns for the humble habits of service, love, and faith? Live like Saint Clare of Assisi, not in austerity but in spirit. Embrace humility, serve the needy, and nourish your faith. You may not see miracles on your wall, but you might become one in someone else's life. Saint Clare of Assisi, pray for us.